9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment in Middle Georgia sales and services. Coke, don't worry about Pepsi.
I had to go see a man about a minute.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
Better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose. Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a Lego.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt. Better say it with your chest. Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
What's good peoples?
Good evening. How are you?
What's good?
Welcome everybody in podcast land to the Friday Night Lights Podcast Show, Wednesday edition. Today is August the 2nd, 2023, and we are less than 2 days away from our first scrimmage games. We're excited about all that. I'm your girl Jess. We have Mike. Say hello to the people.
Peace up. A-Town down.
And of course, last but not least, we have our executive producer Mo Mathis, who
What's
makes
good?
everything work.
What's good in the hood?
So if you're on the podcast already, come on in, tell us hello. We'll be waiting.
So we're not going to...
Go ahead. Go ahead, friend.
I was just going to say, we're not going to do like we did on Monday. If you do get the chance, the opportunity to come on here, don't blow it.
So tell me about Monday. I was traveling, so I wasn't able to meet with you guys.
Okay, which I need to reinforce something from Monday anyway. This is what I need to reinforce. Everybody, keep in mind, do not come on here Friday night poking your chest out. It ain't nothing but practice. All we gonna be talking about is practice. Don't do
it. Now, okay, that's better. That's easier said than done. You know, right?
I know it is.
Because people are gonna come on here after playing the school of the blind, deaf, dumb, and slow, and they're going to act like world beaters. So I get your disclaimer, but I want you to know that you're going to hear a bunch of sticking your chest out. Hello, Al. We don't care what you want to hear. Hush. But welcome to the show, Al. What's up, Juwan? And what you looking at, Jeremy? Hello.
Come on here talking about practice.
Who catching the first L? You caught the first L a long time ago.
Well, he definitely caught an L on Monday. Come on here, ain't had nothing worthy to say. Got out. He said 3 words, Joe got him out of here.
So, in other words, he was himself. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Al Hill says a game is played to win, Mike.
This is practice. This game don't count. This game ain't going against nobody record on Friday or next week.
So, Al, if y'all go down to Bainbridge, y'all going back to Bainbridge, right? Or are they coming to Cordele? If y'all go, I'm not saying, I don't know what's going to happen, but if in the scrimmage y'all get beat to sleep, are you going to be like, we don't want to hear that? Or it's just practice? Or it don't mean nothing?
No, I'm putting it out there for them, for everybody. I'm putting the foundation out there for everybody.
So I guess what I'm saying is, if that's what you're saying, which is fine, the opinions differ on this kind of stuff. So if that's what you're saying, Friday night we don't want to hear a bunch of excuses about that's such. That don't count. just take your
Now,
loss like a man.
what I do want to hear is critique, evaluation. This is how we look. This is what look good. This is what look bad. Because that's what the meaning of these games. What look good and what looks bad. What we need to work on, improve at, whatever, however you want, whatever adjective you want to use. That's what we want to hear. Because that's what this scrimmage game is all about. Getting prepared for the upcoming season against a different team. Live practice.
Hey Jamie, good luck on your he said the den should be ready by our first game. Make sure you show us pictures. I always get excited when people get new stuff. Hey, Mr. Bartlett, how you doing? Hey, Mr. Robert. Jeremy asked Mike, what do you think about Drew's 3A predictions?
From what aspect? That's my question. It's a good conversation piece, that's for sure. Now, from what aspect are you asking me that from? That's what I need to know, so I know how to answer the question. I tell you what, I'm just gonna answer. I'm gonna answer it anyway.
Now, what? That's complex.
As a football fan, cool. It creates conversation. It stirs up controversy. As a Cedar Grove fan, that's bulletin board material right there.
The great world beaters need bulletin board material.
Everybody need motivation. But at the same time, though, that right there should, and that's any team in 3A, should provide it should give any team in 3A that feels like they got a shot motivation.
Moochie, you want me to call you by the name on Facebook? I'm thinking Moochie, but I want to make sure I say your name right. What do you agree with exactly? Only thing Peach is gonna win is a pie eating contest. Y'all can't even win that. Hey Marika, what's going on, sis?
Well, look what the cat done drug in today. Hey, hold on. I got a question for Marika. Marika, I just want you to be honest and answer the question. Did you drop your child off at school, or did you drop him off up the street? Or did you run in behind him?
Kayla, you agree with the bulletin board stuff? Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. I won't call you Moochie. I'll call you Kayla. Kayla. Okay. Is that long or short? A. Jamie says Thomasville's defense has to gel together for them to make it that far. They only have 3 starters returning.
And I totally agree with you on that. We know they got a lot of people coming back on offense, but their defense is going to be very young. And that's one thing we said, back in June when we dropped the 3A way too early rankings. Mm-hmm. That their defense was young. Got to get that experience in throughout the season. But the offense is going to carry them for the first 4 games. By the 5th game, the defense should be at a point to where they can help carry some of that load. But majority of it's going to be on the offense in the early part of the season.
So let me ask you this, Mike. With the fact that they only have 3 starters returning on defense, do you think Thomasville is going to win the region, or do you think it will be Carver or someone else? I'm gonna tell you what Marika said in a minute.
I see it. That's what I'm trying not to laugh at and answer your question at the same time. When it comes down to their region, and my opinion is it's gonna come down to Carver and Thomasville. It's gonna come down to that game. Who do I feel is gonna have the edge? Me personally, I think by that time, Thomasville should be almost where they want to be at defensively. if not already there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Welcome to the podcast, Christopher. Syrup Maker fan, K-Row, Georgia in the house.
Well, look up the cat drug in today. Just drug in.
He been dragging.
Well, hello,
Well,
everybody.
how are my people doing? How are my people doing today?
We're good. Say hello to y'all. Everybody say hello to yo.
Hola, familia.
Christopher, what does K-Row have this year? What are you looking forward to?
And what has happened with K-Row? Let us know that, man. I know after divorce he left, it looked like the program has went down the last couple of years. Give us an insight on what's going on down there in syrup making country.
Yeah. Let me ask you, yo, because I asked Mike. Thomasville has 3 starters returning on defense. So do you think that region is do you think they're still going to run the region, or do you think it's going to be between them, somebody else?
Well, if you all know, I was probably the only one big on Thomasville last year. I think we all kind of went that way as the season went on. But this year it's Carver Columbus. Thomasville will be number 2, though. I think they still beat Doherty and Chris County for the top 4 seeds in that region. But the region is Carver Columbus to lose this year.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the offense will be a lot better this year for Thomasville. I think they're going to have to outscore everybody. But their defense, with how young they are and guys got to step in and step up, I like Carver Columbus to win it this year.
Okay.
October 6th would dictate the winner.
That's when Thomasville got to travel to Columbus, Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Mr. Farley, how you doing? They lost in the Bass Fishers tournament. They don't have nothing to do with nothing. Shut up.
All right, where the echo coming from?
I don't know. Christopher says K-Row will surprise a lot of teams this year. The quarterback position will be the key to K-Row's success. So what's going on with the quarterback? Is he a junior, senior?
If it's one person, one team on your schedule, Christopher, that I would like for you all to just hammer, it's that school out of Thomasville, and I ain't talking about the city school.
Good luck with that. I think TCC is going to. I think they're going to be okay. Why are we sleeping on Big Chris? Okay, tell us why we shouldn't be. What's up, Bear Van?
Just the bottom line. We taking sleeping pills until y'all take them out of our hand. We got no reason to even be focused on itty bitty crispy.
Okay, so what I want you to do is call your brother, or y'all do the telepathic thing and ask him, because he the one said you ain't doing nothing. But
What's good, Barry? Shout out Pierce County. What y'all gonna do? That's what I'm eager to see. I know Barry been talking Pierce up. I'm eager to see what y'all gonna do after the DJ Bell era.
Yes. The Jackets might shock a lot of people. Lights up. Obadiah, how many people did you all lose last year? Were y'all a relatively young team, or were you experienced? Because y'all really, I don't want to say worst to first, but I think y'all were 4-6 in 21, and then went undefeated in the season, and then so I don't know what
wet the bed. Go ahead and say it. Wet the bed against Roswell.
I wasn't going to say that.
And let's be real. I mean, not to interrupt you, babe, but y'all know my slogan. TCC, you got to tip your hat to them. They had a horrible stint in 4A to get pushed up after the multiplier all the way to 6A in the toughest region in 6A play. and to win that region, you know, you got to big up Summers County Central there. A lot of folks like to look at Rogers for that turnaround. I don't think it's Rogers. I think it's a lot going down in that county, in that city, where a lot of those kids are going over to the county to play. Better talent, they're getting that pool in now. And it's going to take away from Thomasville. You know, we know Thomasville had a run there in 2A, come up to 3A, and still kind of had that talent. But I think Thomas County Central is kind of pulling away from them now. So you should see the rise of Thomas County and the fall of Thomasville within the next couple of years.
Al says, you do know we were hurt all last year. Look, 5 to 10 players a game. Marika say, I done had excuses for 2 consecutive seasons. Just
Thank you, babe. Babe, you took that word right. You took that right out of my mouth, Rick. I appreciate it.
Oh my goodness.
I appreciate
Honcho
it.
says he's definitely nervous, but they'll be all right.
Yeah, I know you got a pretty good kid in your nephew there, Honcho, that should be able to take that load that DJ Bell did. So we'll look to see what y'all do in 2A. I hate to say it, but I think you get a repeat of Thompson as the state champions. I know a lot of people are yanking the chain of them Pirates down there, but I don't see that no kind of way. Like,
well, I mean, they're a very experienced team coming back. This might be the year they get over the hump. Don't laugh at me.
That hump is a mountain when it comes to Appleton County.
Oh. Jay, welcome to the show. He says TCC's got that coaching staff. It ain't easy to flip the script like that. Definitely bringing those guys back to the county. Are you a TCC fan, or are you just an observer of South Georgia football? Obadiah says they lost a lot, but they have guys that are stepping into the positions. Bear down. What's up, Antoine?
Yeah, Antoine, you the one I've been wanting to talk to, man. Antoine, man, you're gonna have to get a private conversation going, man. There's a lot of things going over there on 96, man, that we got to talk about. But with what Houston County have returning and the stud that your son is at quarterback, it's all a buzz for y'all this year, man. There's no reason why. Well, it is one reason why y'all should be hoisting that trophy this year. And it go by the name of Langston Hughes. But other than that, there's no reason Hoco shouldn't be state champions of 6A this year.
Antoine, tell me about your defense. I mean, we hear a lot about the offense. Tell us a little something about the defense. Auntie, why they charging $10 for these scrimmage games? I don't know. I'm not the 80.
Gotta get that money.
Hey guys. Y'all see on the screen some kind of center, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were just good 1 year, and that was last year. And look at these numbers from 2017 up to now.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to get into that once that AJC top 10 come out.
Oh my God.
That's what we were saying. They kind of went from worst to first. But you're right. Let's see. Jay said he played at Thomas County Central back in the day a long time ago. He coaches and he loves how they run their program. Tell us where you coach. We want to talk about your team too. Christopher says TCC team from last year was put together by Coach Henderson. He coached last year's team for 3 years before Rogers got there. Okay. Marika says fundraisers for the program, Jeremy. She answered your question. Antoine says the defense at Hoco is way better. They have more coaches, and they're going to be able to stop people this season. Okay, I believe you. They moved y'all's game to Apple. You talking about their scrimmage, Barry? They moved it to Apple. Hey, Paris. Christopher, and he was terrible. Are you talking about your coach, Obadiah Henderson? Okay. Christopher, I want you to go back, if you can, to answer the question that Yo had earlier. what happened down in Cairo and why did the team decline so much? Because they used to be a really big powerhouse. We used to have some knockdown dragouts with Cairo, if I'm not mistaken. So I just wonder what happened. Obadiah said Henderson was a terrible coach. Okay. Well, I mean, Rogers had great success in Jones County, but I don't know what happened in Colquitt. It just was not a good fit. But
My thing on that is Rogers is a guy that, like, I mean, I kind of, if anybody can remember Peach County in the 05-06 years when they had Coach Gillespie, Rogers is that type. He's the kind of coach that got to have full reign, give me complete control. It's what he had in Jones. It's what he had at TCC. He didn't have that at Colquitt. So I think that's probably why he left to go to Thomas County. You don't leave a program like Colquitt to go to Thomas County at the record that they had and the stint they had in 4A if they didn't give him that control. And once he had that kind of control, he's a better coach. So I think that's why he was able to make those runs in Jones, and he's going to be making in a couple of years to come with TCC that he couldn't do at Colquitt.
That's a plausible explanation. Shut up. I mean, let me stop. Be quiet. Okay, be quiet. So you were a CG fan when you were in middle school, Jeremy? Really? Okay. So when was that? In 2007 or 8?
Please, man, please. Find you something to do. Good God.
I'm trying. Lord, I'm trying.
Man, I know they got a bodybuilding contest you could be in. For all the nuts you've been holding up right here on these podcast shows for the last 3 years, well, you should be real strong.
Well, y'all stupid.
Rogers and Colquitt County both decided to part ways. It's a video out about that. So apparently they just did not mesh. They didn't mesh well. And sometimes that happens. Hey, Tick. He does just say anything. That's why I said yesterday. He talking about he cover all sports. Just cover that damn mouth. How about that? Okay, I'm sorry. This is a professional broadcast.
Mr. Tick, I remember last show they said ain't no football going on in Bill County. What's going on with that? Let us know. Do Northeast, because I know you all play the first game at Mercer against Mayor Person. But what's going on with y'all preseason game? Let us know what's going on with that.
Okay. So Jay says he's been a few places. So you know about some high school football. You were at Jefferson County for a few years. Then you moved closer to home and coached at Chattahoochee County under Pierce Coffey, who's now at Carver Columbus. And you really think Carver Columbus is going to go all the way this year? And then he went down to Miller County. He was defensive coordinator there. Down there in what's his name? Charles. Ah, gosh. Anyway.
Charles Johnson? No, Charles Johnson. Charles Grant.
Charles Grant. Yeah, he was down there in Miller County. He was a beast down there. And he was an OC last year, and he took the head coaching job at a little 1A school that started the program. We got a ways to go, but we'll get there. It's going to take some time. Well, we wish you all the best. Good luck
to you, Jay. Good luck to you. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, it's Charles Grant. Yes. And Brandon Miller. That's right. So what do y'all think about Brooks County this year? What have you heard, Obadiah?
Personally, because Thirst to tell you, it's hard to get. Coach Freeman do not release any kind of information on Brooks County to GHSA. So it's kind of hard to get a read on Brooks. But from what I've seen and heard, Brooks will probably be average this year. We talking middle of the pack or 2A. Thirst, I think you would kind of agree with that.
Yeah. Well, single A, but yeah, middle of the pack.
J-Bo, what's good?
Hey, J-Bo, what's going on? Brooks County has a tough schedule. Okay. Tick says their Northeast is traveling to Swainsboro next Thursday. The rumor was that it was canceled, but it wasn't. It was just rescheduled.
My lord. Y'all got to go down there and play around with that track team down there in Swinesboro, Georgia.
Going down there messing with them good folks.
Man, it's a long ride back up 16, Tick. That's all I can tell you.
It's a little boring. I'll tell you that.
What?
It definitely is a little boring going
You
down.
going down there to Emmanuel County to mess with that track team. You better have your shoes laced up. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
J-Bo, what's good, man?
You've been watching Swainsboro is about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Macon.
Yeah, but when you ride down 16, especially at night, that hour and a half, 2 hours seem like 5.
It's forever.
Pat Watkins, what's going on, Pat? He got a pair of Panther in the building.
Whatever.
That's my homeboy Pat, man. Show Pat some love. We're gonna show Pat some love today.
Whatever. Christopher said Cairo lost a lot of coaches after Devo left last year. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would like to see Lee County and the Packers too. I think that's gonna be a good one.
Oh yeah. That we will be spotlighting games this year. EP have already gave us the okay on spotlighting games this year. That Lee County, Colquitt County game, the Houston County, pretty much Lee County and Thomas County Central, the Langston Hughes, Carrollton, it's gonna be a lot of games we'll spotlight this year. And that Lee County, Colquitt County is gonna definitely be a good one.
Yes, I might have to go.
Yeah, Marika, you probably know exactly what me and Antoine need to talk about.
I probably know too.
Exactly.
Antonio said we lost by 3 in the quarterfinals in 2022. We held that track team to 12 points. They got to stop number 6.
That's a hard feat for anybody in the state. I seen that number 6 run personally in some OTAs this summer, and I got to say arguably the second best back in Middle Georgia behind Duke Watson. But man, that Dick Wolfel is something special, man. He's something special. Y'all got one there. But yeah, you do know that they got a safety / wide receiver, quarterback, kick return, a punt return, anything you want to call him, who's a Georgia commit that gonna be blowing the shoes off a lot of teams this year. So, like I said, when you go down there in Emmanuel County, mess with them good folks, you better have your shoes strapped up tight. That's all I'm gonna say to you right there, Tick.
Jay says he went to Glacier in Atlanta and listened to Lee County's OC. Those guys put in the work. They've got the dogs, they got the coaches, and you can't ever count them out. I don't disagree with that. But according to the gentleman on this panel, they say 6A is Langston Hughes to lose.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Now, don't get me wrong. Lee County has a stud in the running back. Lee County has a decent offensive line, above average offensive line. I think their downfall this year will be the quarterback play. To play it, especially when you're going against the quality of talent that you got in Antoine Hill at Hoco. You got Aaron Nolan up at Langston. You got the kid over at Gainesville. You got just Northside, Damon D. Like, you got quarterbacks in 6A that if you want to be relevant in 6A, your quarterback has to have some kind of play better than what I've seen out of their quarterback during these OTAs and off season. So if they pull that together and the quarterback get his play together, then yeah, look for Lee County to really make some noise in 6A.
Mike has a theory on quarterback play from
3A on up.
3A on up.
Yep. You will. I'm gonna tell you right now. Any school, 3A on up. If your quarterback cannot throw for 1,800 plus yards, do not consider yourself a contender for a state championship.
Prove us
Obadiah said,
wrong.
Hmm?
I said, prove us wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Obadiah says, what are y'all thoughts on Roswell this year?
Roswell might be the fourth best team in 6A, in my opinion. I think and we already know Langston Hughes. I think Gainesville gonna be pretty good. And you can throw in a toss up in Region 1, Hoko Lee or Thomas County Central to be the third best team, whoever really showed himself to be dominant in that region. And after that, I think you're dealing with Roswell. So probably the fourth best team in 6A this year, if you ask me. I know that's who y'all failed to last year, and I think y'all should have won that game. So hopefully you get to meet them this year and you get your lick back, because they sure hit y'all mighty hard.
And so
I'm gonna throw this.
Go ahead.
Hold on Roswell. I'm gonna throw this out there for Roswell. Roswell may just have the number 3 quarterback in 6A. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Are you taking them over Gainesville?
I said number 3.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, Al Nolan and Antoine Hill are the top 2 quarterbacks.
I said number 3 in 6. The number 3 quarterback in 6A.
Okay, and again, I'm not trying to discredit what you're saying, Thirst. I'm just telling you, Antoine Hill and Princess Al Nolan are the top 2 quarterbacks in 6A.
Yep.
After that, I got to go with Gainesville. Now, if you saying Roswell quarterback is better, I got to see that. I'm not saying it not. I can't say I know much about the kid, but
Okay.
that's tough.
All
Now,
right.
let me give y'all a sleeper on 6A real quick. For all y'all 6A teams, your Hokos, your Thomas County Central, your Lee County listeners, it's okay to pay attention to that top heavy bracket that we speaking of, your Roswells, you all, Gainesville and Langston Hughes. But you better be on the lookout for that Alpharetta team.
Yep.
You
Thank you.
better be on the lookout for that Alpharetta team. Alpharetta might just take Roswell this year for that region. And if they do, I see Alpharetta really making some noise.
Tick says everybody has a plan till they get hit in the mouth because they play football in East Macon.
Yeah, but I like Tick's other comment. Please read that one.
Langston Hughes is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Everything else is just after that.
Okay, let me go back to these comments.
Hey,
Jeremy says,
Mr. Robert.
Hey, Mr. Robert. Jeremy says quarterback should have experience. He was a starter after the dude left during the season. Who are you talking about specifically?
Lee County
Jay
quarterback. And I'm sorry, babe. Just real quick before you get to the comment, let me just speak on Jeremy. Yeah, he did step in. He was a JV player, had to come up to varsity. But if you look at the outcome of Lee County's season, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Jeremy. He didn't have that stellar play to be in 6A to win that region and make a run in the playoff that Lee County is used to. So if he do step it up, get his game on point, he got a great coach in Fabrizio down there. Maybe they can get him together and they'll be okay. But that's exactly what we're saying. They didn't have the season last year because of the lack of quarterback play. Now go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Jay says he agrees with you guys. He said you've got to be 2-dimensional to bring it in 6A. And they do focus on their run game naturally because of what was said. And Tonzio says Lee goes as Uzma, the running back, goes. Marika said Northside just want to beat 3A Peach. That's probably not wrong. That's probably true.
Well, I feel sorry for him this year.
Obadiah says TCC has a good quarterback. He can throw and run.
Obadiah, man, I saw that kid in the spring against Perry. I didn't know what you all would have in him after your quarterback QB1 left and graduated last year. But man, y'all do got something special with that kid. Um, that kid can run, the kid can throw. I mean, he put the ball right where it needed to be. I think the game got a little tight after, Perry kind of settled down. But yeah, your quarterback looked real good.
Yeah, I got a question. What do you guys think about Valdosta? Jay wants to know.
It's still in the air with Valdosta.
Yeah.
It's still in the air. I mean, Valdosta is a traditional powerhouse. It may be a team that can come out and lay an egg and lose 3 games, 4 games this year. Valdosta could be a team that go undefeated and start fighting for a state championship. Like, you just never know with them. I think Felton is doing a great job down there as a coach. And if they don't give up on him, I think he will bring that program back to prominence. But you just never know with Valdosta. It's just still up in the air with them.
They gotta give him time, especially with that almost death sentence they got a couple of years ago. They gotta give that man time.
Yeah.
Obadiah says, "What about Tiff County? A lot of people think they will do well this year. They still got that quarterback that left, Fitzgerald, right?
Yeah, the same one Jeremy is speaking of left lead went to Fitzgerald. I saw the kid in OTA. The kid is it. When you look at him, you're like, wow. The kid has committed to play for Alcorn State. Hopefully following in the footsteps of another great, the late great Steve McNair. But yeah, man, the kid is that. I think they will go as he go, Obadiah. I think if that kid have a great year and do his thing, then Tiff should make some noise. I don't think they would be much of a problem in a region playing with you guys and Hoko and Lee, Northside and whatnot. But you give you if they make the playoffs, they can get a 4 seed over Northside, then there'll be a team that can make some noise in the playoff with the type of quarterback play he got. Hey, Tick, me and you falling out more and more, man. We falling out more and more.
I know. Be quiet now. Go on. Be quiet now, Pastor. Hey, Chatterboo. I mean,
yeah,
Morgan. Hey, Chatterboo. What do you think about Peach?
I'm gonna let Thirst take this one. I don't want people to think I'm biased.
All right, cool. Here's my thoughts on Peach. 1, right now the adjustment process is over. How well has the kids adjusted? How well has the new staff implemented what they're trying to implement? Do they have Friday? They will find out if they have the right people in the right positions. If not, I expect changes after Friday. But I do give, in my mind, I'm giving Peach a year to make that adjustment. Now, this year, I would expect nothing less than a 7-3. Nothing less.
Oh,
I said nothing less.
okay, but I was just gonna say this: put the Brown down. Put the Brown down. Step away from the cup.
Nope. Here's why I'm saying 7-3. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and break it down. First game out the blocks. First regular season game out the block. Not underestimate your coach. Are the players gonna perform to the level that the coach expects them to? That first game of the year is going to speak volumes on what type of adjustments he's going to make going forward. So when it comes to Peach, at worst case scenario, 7-3. Best case scenario, 9-1.
My Lord.
On the regular season.
Okay. Kenneth, welcome, Kenneth. He's checking in from Thomas County Central. What's going on, friend? He says, to be honest, Martin is not that good to me. Once the pocket collapses, he crumbles. Now, let me know, who is Martin?
Quarterback out of he's speaking on a quarterback out of
TCC.
Tiff.
Oh, Tiff. Okay.
Yeah, if that's who you're speaking of, Walt, I know you all seen him because he's from, I think you from the Albany, Chris County, Lee County area, and I know he played down there. I don't know. The game, it's like the game slowed down for him. Maybe it's being in his senior year or whatever. And again, I'm speaking from watching him in some OTAs. The kid looked comfortable back there. And you played at a powerhouse like Lee County. You went up against some great competition. So I think he'll be ready for it, especially having to go back to Lee County and play against them this year. In Leesburg, I think Tiff have to travel over there this year. So I think the kid will be okay. Bainbridge, D, real quick, I'm sorry, babe. I just saw D comment about Bainbridge.
Yeah, I was fixing to say that. Welcome to the podcast, D. How you doing?
If Bainbridge win their region in the most watered down classification in Georgia High School Association football, being 4A, they have nobody standing in their way to be playing at the Mercedes-Benz this year. Everything strong they can give Bainbridge any kind of resistance is over on the left side of the bracket. And with Bainbridge winning the region, should put them in the right side, and they should have a clear path cut all the way to the Benz.
Jeremy says Westbrook hasn't missed the state championship since he's been a head coach, so they might pull it off. Obadiah Paris says this year is Pete's years. They're going to show their A1 game. Obadiah says he has the brown in his hands. All right, Mr. Farley, don't get none on you. Barry Van says, Tick, you're going to see he's not lying. I guess he's talking about the kid out of Swainsboro. Hey, CC. Good to hear from you. Who is he that has a lot of hype? Let me know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah, okay. We know he clarified for me. Thanks, Paris. Tiff will definitely win more games this year. I think so. I mean, really, where can they go but up? Antonio says that Peach had a lot of discipline, attitude, and blown assignment issues to fix from what I saw last year. Well, one thing I will say is that Westbrook is really big on discipline, so we'll see. Thanks for stopping through, CC.
Let me say something on that real quick.
Okay.
This team this year is different than what it have been last year. I'm just gonna say that it's different. You could tell it. You could tell the difference in what I see, and I'm gonna just leave it at that.
And I have to concur with my EP on that. I love football, and as a Peach County fan, I can honestly tell you, Peach County is not the best team in the state. I ain't even gonna sit here and tell that lie like most fans will say. So I'm gonna just be honest with you. With the team I've seen going through this spring, these OTAs and this summer workout, 707s and whatnot, I don't see a team in 3A that Peach County cannot compete with. A lot of people think that Peach County has fallen, but like I said, last year they had a second round exit, and that was the earliest they ever been put out of the playoffs since 2007. It's been third round quarterfinals or more.
Except 2014. You forgot 2014. Appling.
Oh, that second round upset with Appling. You're absolutely right. But again, Peach County will be back to where they've been the last 35, 40 years of football, and y'all will see it this year. It's a new team. It's a new attitude. It's a camaraderie out there that you didn't see last year. It's everybody holding the next man accountable for their action, the man himself holding himself accountable, and that's what Coach Westbrook has brought to the program. So if you sleeping on Peach County, your alarm clock finna go off real soon.
Mm-hmm. Wake up. Obadiah, is the quarterback from Doherty coming back? Yes, Cam Davis is coming back, and he's about to run over a whole bunch of people. This is his senior year, and then he's headed off to Tallahassee.
The Georgia Bulldogs.
Tallahassee.
The Georgia Bulldogs.
Did he go into Tallahassee? Hush.
Hey, Dale McGee dating that man like I wore my wife when we first met.
Well, he might. Never mind. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah.
I see a flip coming on. A flip coming on.
We'll see. What about Ware County? How will they look with their quarterback transferring? I think
third.
that's a good question.
Boy,
Third, take that, please.
all I'm gonna say is, in our ranking that we did, we have Ware County sitting at 7-8 for a reason. At what? Yeah, we got them at 8. No, 7. I'm sorry, 7 for a reason. We don't think they're gonna do that until we see some tape of this new quarterback. I don't see it. Don't see nothing from Ware County because that quarterback was Ware County.
Yeah.
So therefore, who's gonna carry the load? How's the load gonna get balanced out in Ware County? That's what we need to know. Nobody from Ware County can tell us. Nobody can tell us.
Walter said, he said, we will definitely see Cam Davis, but we about to see him coming out of the backfield. Okay.
That's hey, Wody, man, Lord God, Jesus. Let me knock on wood. Boy, if that might be the best. If you do that, I can see Doherty fighting for that region championship. If you can, I know it's somebody walking through the halls of Doherty Comprehensive High School. I know you don't want to be called Doherty County. Doherty Comprehensive High School. I know you got somebody walking through there that can take a snap and turn around and hand that ball off to arguably the best running back in the state in Cam Davis. I don't like a running back athlete, i.e. BJ Bell, i.e. Cam Davis, playing the quarterback position. Give somebody to hand that ball off to him. Allow him a running start to the field and able to see the field, and it allow him to see his holes a whole lot better than coming from under center or taking it in a shotgun and just going off with it. So if you put that kid in the backfield, Doherty might make some noise this year.
Okay, Antonio and Marika wanted to know where the quarterback from Ware County went. He went back to Florida. He transferred back to high school in Florida. So he's gone.
They're funny to me right here.
Barry said Ware County is still going to be the team to beat. And he said their quarterback is good with a 2-headed running back. And Woody said, y'all about to find out. Okay, we'll see.
Oh, down in Ware County? I know they ain't talking about down in Ware County.
Woody's talking about, no, Barry is talking about Ware County. Woody is talking about Cam Davis.
Man, okay. Ware County real fast. Once Nico Smith left, Ware County next quarterback in line only threw the ball 8 times. All right, that's one. So he led them with 2,500 yards passing, right? Now you got your leading rusher coming back. Cool. Dijon Dennis, okay. But you can't be one-dimensional. You cannot be one-dimensional trying to win playoff games in 5-8. You just can't do it. Because you're going 3 yards in a cloud of dust. You ain't gonna be able to keep up. So, one gone, quarterback gone, you got a decent running back. Dude, your top 3 receivers in Ware County gone. You got your rising seniors from last year had 10 catches, 5 catches, 4 catches, 8 catches.
Barry said that's not their quarterback, Mike.
I just said Smith is gone. So therefore, that's who left Smith. That's the kid that went back home to Florida. Mm-hmm. They had 2 kids sitting in the wind. One named Luke Hooks and another kid named William Bates. Both sophomores, rising juniors this year.
Walter said somebody tell Zoe Hill to get that linebacker ready. Yeah, he would. He's not on here right now, but I'll be sure to let him know. And Al just got on here long enough to, spew his daily hate / admiration for his dad at Peach County.
Well, I know they talk about their linebacker, and the kid is excellent. Don't get me wrong. Nothing bad to say about the kid at all. Great linebacker. Look for him to do big things as his career go on further. But if he playing on tackling Cam Davis all night, you better make sure they got their chin strap tightened up.
All right, guys. With that, we're gonna stop it right here for just a few minutes. Y'all hold on for a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with you. Okay?
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast show.
Yo, checking in one time for your mind. Stay tuned for your Friday Night Lights every Monday and Wednesday night.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast show.
I have to go see a man about a minute.
And you better not lose.
And we're back.
Real quick, while we was on that little break, I was reading the comment. Hey, babe, I need you to read Tick comment real quick.
Which one?
The last one he posted.
Oh, Cam is gonna flip like a Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Hell no.
Perhaps we shall see. I won't be mad either way.
Yeah.
What did you say? He flipping faster than the gym just doing the flow exercise?
Yes, sir. That man finna be in that red and black.
We'll see. Either way, like I said, it don't bother me either way. He can go either one. I love them both. And yes, my loyalty is split. D. Williams, Applin 21. Jeremy says, Applin 21, wear 14. It better be, because bet not lose. Bet not lose.
I ain't gonna let that go nowhere. I wouldn't care where County had a bunch of kids that been playing down there in the Okefenokee. Applin County will not beat them.
Well, blowout. Okay, I didn't know you went that hard for Weld County Bear Van.
Well, you know they need those neighbors. They trade secrets and all down there, Pierce and Ware. So
they certainly do.
Yeah.
Bear Van don't want some money off of Ware County, so he's sticking with them.
I got you. Flipping that. But
That's funny.
So from this point on, because of all Tick, Cam Davis will be referred to as Gunner.
Oh Lord.
Oh, well, y'all crazy, y'all wow.
Something wrong with all of y'all. Every last one of you. Now y'all see what I've been having to deal with for 20 plus years. Something off with him. He off. But that's my boy.
Took a few bets with the grow last year. I don't even understand that one. Okay.
Hey, I can tell you, I'll sum it up for y'all. Got a little twirler on y'all team.
Who is y'all?
Cedar Grove. That's who they talking about.
We got a what?
Y'all got a twirler as a fan.
Oh.
Until somebody else pick at him, then he gonna be somebody else fan.
Barry ain't said nothing about Applin all season.
No, I think Barry and Jeremy have been going at it. Because I think they go to Blackshear this year.
They've been talking.
Yeah, believe it or not, all that hype Applin get, I like Pierce to beat him this year.
You do.
I like Pierce to beat him this year.
Well, man, you can bet on that one.
I don't know.
You can bet on that one.
Hey, we could do that. I like Pierce to beat Applin this year.
Hold on, Barry. Y'all got a quarterback? That y'all gonna actually play this year?
Shade.
It ain't shade. It's an honest question. Because they had a quarterback last year that they should have been playing, but they decided not to. Man, we ain't going live like that. We ain't got the batteries to be going live like that.
We'll be bringing some updates, Obadiah, but we won't be going live.
Oh no. In order for us to get to that juncture,
Man, we need some donations to buy some equipment with.
a little, yeah. We need that kind of, and then when you do that, you get into, yeah.
Obadiah,
So, no.
Obadiah,
But
we can make it. Obadiah, we can make it happen, man. We can make it happen.
Oh yeah, Obadiah, you look like you can make that happen for us.
We appreciate you.
All right, what other questions we got? We got from the
From the
listeners.
audience.
Oh,
You
one more
got this,
time, I got
yeah.
to borrow my boy Tick. What you mean? Don't make that bet that Applin will lose to Pierce?
Yeah, that Pierce will lose the Applin.
That's what he's
I take
saying.
that bet all day.
But you just giving money away. You know what? We'll go to the strip club since you're giving money away.
Hey, bro, come on now. Y'all already know me. Check my receipts. Go back and just listen to all our shows for the last couple of years. If yo said it, yo meant it. And I can guarantee you, I ain't finna just call it out the sky like that. I'm telling you. Pierce County will be, Applin County getting a lot of hype this year that they will not live up to.
We know they're not gonna win a state title. We know that.
It's gonna be even worse than that. Applin County won't even be in top 5 or 2A.
What?
Okay. Y'all heard it here first.
Wait a minute. Okay. Perry versus Hoko.
One of the most exciting games of the season. I got to say, that Perry versus Hoko game, when you got at least 7 to 10 D1 players on both teams, that game is going to be a lot of hype. And if you all remember that game last year, over 100 points put up by both teams, won on a last-second 2-point conversion by Hoko. Perry won't they lick back this year? We'll see how that game go. Me personally, I like. I keep that to myself.
Thank you. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Thank you. So, yo.
No, we weren't trying to be. We weren't thinking you were being funny over there. We were just saying. We heard you the man, so we know that you can make that happen by sending us some donations.
Yes.
All right, yo. We're gonna present the question to you from Monday. Since you had some technical difficulties on Monday, you weren't here when the question was asked, so I'm gonna ask for your take on it.
Sure.
How do you feel about these, or how do you feel/view these upcoming scrimmage games?
3 things I take out of scrimmage game. If this is the question that you're asking me, do it hold weight? That's what you want to know?
If you want to speak on it.
Okay. Number 1, I want my team to come out healthy, because a week or 2 later, you got to start your season. Number 2, show me that you can compete. If you outmanned or if it's a good game for the first 3 quarters, show me that you can compete. I mean, just in the example, Peach County has to travel down to Moultrie, Georgia, bothering people that ain't got no business bothering. We got no business going down there messing with them folk down there. But that's what the new coach was presented. It was left to him. He got to go down there and bother people. Okay. I don't expect Peach County to walk out of there with a win. If they do, shit, y'all might see me running up 75 butt naked.
I mean, we keep it to yourself.
But if we go down there, we leave from down there healthy. My team showed me that they can compete with the number 3 team in the top classification in Georgia high school football, 7A Coker County. And my offense can show me that we can put points up. That's all I want to see out of my preseason game. Compete. When I mean compete, I mean on every level. Final score, show me competitiveness. Number 2, come out healthy. Everybody come out healthy. And number 3, offense, show me you can score points. That's all I want to see out of my game. I don't know, Tick. We beat Colgan County. I don't care if it is a preseason game. I'm doing the run. I'm doing the race, like the
Don't do it.
like the little
Don't
young
do it.
boys say. I'm
Don't
doing
do
the
it.
race.
And I'm gonna
You
get a
doing the race over
call.
practice? You doing the race over
Get a
practice?
call early Saturday morning. Somebody from the Houston County LEC. Somebody needs some bail money because they done locked them up.
Let me tell you something. If I run all the way from Colgan County butt naked, I make it to Houston County. They deserve to lock me up.
Oh, you be down at oh yeah, they sure gonna lock you.
But one thing about it, I got to come through Caldwell, and if I can make it through Caldwell, they might as well let me go.
Ain't nobody gonna be out. Look,
you ain't gonna make it out of Norman Park, buddy. Do you see him? He's naked. All right, so D said Thompson County Central got the money to make sure we go live. But
No, don't talk about
that ain't. Obadiah said that ain't got nothing to do with him. Tick says if Northeast DBs and offensive line who are young can hold up against the track team, he's good with his scrimmage.
Well, you got an outstanding wide receiver also. The kid is about 6'5", Tick. Kid look good. So I think your weak point is not going to be the offensive line or DBs. I didn't see it out of your quarterback. And I know you're a run-heavy team with that stud you got in that backfield, but with that other stud you got lined up wide out, if you can get somebody to get him that ball, he seems like he can make plays in open space. So hopefully you're not one-dimensional with Nick Wolford, and you was that last year. Nobody still couldn't stop him. Damn near 3,000 yards. So we know what you can do, but hopefully that quarterback can kind of make y'all two-dimensional. And I think that would give y'all a good run because nobody would be expecting that coming out of Northeast, especially with Wolford in the backfield.
Oh, Lord. Barry said Appleton County will struggle with little old Bacon County. They are not going to struggle with them folk in Alma, Georgia. Now, I ain't no, no.
You know what? Barry, you might be on to something there.
You being personal now. No.
Barry, you might be on to something there.
Appleton County, if you lose to them folks in Alma, Georgia, just go on and don't even just go on and send your cat. Who else? Go on send your cannon down to Brunswick so they can have two. They Pirates too. Don't even have a season.
I just read some on Twitter. Just crushed my heart. And I'm gonna salute Hoko. I'm gonna salute Hoko for the next 2 years. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
What you read, bro? Put it out there.
I inbox.
All right.
Tick says the wide receiver is 6'4" and growing. The backup quarterback is 6'2" and has the better arm.
Well, maybe they'll get him in. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you all gonna run a lot of read option. Because again, if that quarterback can take off with the ball, I mean, with Nick Wolford, anytime that ball is handed his way, I'm pretty sure the defense will, go that way. And if that quarterback can pull it out of there, maybe that's what the offense you're trying to run. But like I said, that wide receiver looked like a stud, man. If the quarterback has a better arm, maybe y'all need to try to incorporate that. Maybe the coaches will see it throughout the season, and it may be a change. But I think that will give y'all a great advantage on a lot of teams who's not going to be expecting it.
I don't see any more comments, but I do have I don't know if you all talked about this on Monday, but let's talk about it now, just for my edification. I read somewhere that the two quarterbacks for Buford have left the team. Yep. I don't know if that's true or not.
When you had one stud move in and then you get another stud move in, you ain't got nowhere to play. So
what do you think has there been anything on where they've gone?
If I'm not mistaken, the kid from East Cal, we went to Flowery Branch. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And I don't know where the other kid went to yet. But I mean, what you expect?
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. I just didn't know. I just had not read it anywhere. I mean, I didn't hear a whole lot of people talking about where they went, and I think people kind of saw it coming once they announced that Dylan was coming from Arizona. I think a lot of people saw that coming. So I just didn't know where they had ended up. That's
You know
all.
what? You know what? I am curious now to see what they got sitting at quarterback going into the season though. Outside of them, outside of
Uh,
Rayola now.
yeah, that's my question. So who's the backup? Oh, Buford. Of course, Buford's not worried. I was just, I just think, the kid left East Qaeda, which is
I don't.
not.
I have to check that. I'm not discrediting what either one of you are saying, but I think the kid from East Coweta is still there. I think he stayed. I think the two that transferred out was the kids that played for Buford last year. Now I could be wrong. I have to check that and see.
All I know is two left. One went to Flowery Branch.
Okay. I mean, like I said, I don't know. I haven't read it in a news article. I've just read the rumor, so I was gonna address it. Brian Jones says high school football is becoming a business for some of the upper echelons. That's true. It has become, not is becoming. Brian Mickles says something ain't right with that quarterback at Buford. What's what do you think? I mean, what gives you that impression, Brian? What is it about the
Oh snap!
quarterback at Buford that
Well, while he's doing that, all right. So I'm looking at Christian Langford's Twitter page right now. He's the kid that came in from
So
East
East
Carolina.
Coweta. Yeah,
he
C5 was
stayed?
where
Yeah,
Antoine did.
C5. Yeah,
Yeah,
He
C5. He's
stayed.
showing himself still at Buford, but
yeah.
what has me tripping out right now is he got an offer from UCF.
Oh
Mm.
wow. Now LSU had offered, and I think that's where he was leaning to so far.
I mean, he got UCF, Ole Miss, LSU, LSU.
And he's a 25 kid also.
Yeah, I know he ain't going to Troy. So I think C5 is
Oh,
still at Buford. I think C5 is still at Buford as
what
of
you
right
mean? Oh, what you mean? You know he ain't going to Troy. Troy is a Division I program
now. Okay.
and got a stud at a quarterback out of Taylor County right now.
Okay.
Ain't nobody with
Okay.
that many Power 5 offers finna go to no.
That's what I'm just saying. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Four
Okay. Whatever
schools.
whatever it is you
Brian.
drinking on, I want some.
Four
Trying to
schools.
get
What
like
four
you,
schools,
bro.
Brian?
So yeah,
Um.
I'm only seeing two quarterbacks on their roster right now. That's C5 and
Mary and Dylan Raiola.
Dylan
yeah,
Raiola.
yeah,
So the other two left. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, now let me just say this, and this is my personal opinion. I don't know this to be factual, so it's just an opinion. If I'm C5 and I don't came to Buford and they moved Raiola in, I've already got Power 5 offers. I already got offers out the wazoo. I know Dylan Raiola is going to come in. Dylan Raiola is going to put a lead on a lot of teams.
I'm still getting playing time.
I'm getting playing time. It's going to be in mop-up duty. I'm going to look like a stud out there. And
Yeah.
my stock going to continue to rise going into my senior year when Raiola is gone.
So he's a
Being a
junior.
quarterback at Buford University. Yeah, that's why I didn't see no reason for him to leave.
Yeah.
You don't made the move up there. Ride it out. You still gonna. And I was saying this back in May, June. You gonna get
Yeah.
it. He gonna get his time.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be the time he want, but he gonna get the time. He gonna put up. He's still gonna put up about. I'm gonna give him a good 1,200 yards pass on this season.
Obadiah.
Well, yeah, we have a time when the EP lets us know when we got to get off. So, but yeah,
I
we
like that
appreciate
comment
it.
though, Obadiah.
I love it. I love it. But just between me and you, don't tell nobody else. Obadiah.
Yeah, don't tell nobody else.
The
Hey, Chick.
EP EP lets us know. He lets us know when we got to wrap it up. So.
Oh wow!
Oh wow, Brian. He said
Oh,
Dylan or whatever his name ain't gonna ball at Buford.
That's a bold statement, Brian.
Quite bold. Okay.
Hey, back to T
okay.
comment real quick. When
Oh.
you talking about the likes of State and Southern, you talk about Troy, you talk about Appalachian State, man, you talking about Arkansas State, you talking about teams that have beat Power 5 conference. I agree. And a lot of more teams in
FCS conferences will be coming over to FCS and going into the Sun Belt. So be on the lookout for the Sun Belt Conference, man.
D says, "Well, we appreciate you, D. It gets more interesting as the season goes on. So please make sure you come back." He says this is the first time tuning into the show and he loves it. We appreciate you.
Appreciate that, D.
We certainly do.
Oh, wow. Okay, real fast. One of the quarterbacks, Tommy Young from last year, transferred on the GAC.
Oh wow! And Great Atlanta is playing in 5A this year.
I think so.
Yeah, I
But
think they went up to 5A.
He ran from competition. Okay. Marshall beat Notre Dame last year. They sure did. I loved it too. I hate Notre Dame. Y'all didn't ask for that, but I just put it out there.
Oh, snap. I'm sorry. They had another quarterback, Thomas Stallworth, went to Hebron Christian.
Now that I don't understand. Oh, yes, I do too, because Hebron Christian lost theirs.
They ain't got no quarterback.
Yeah, they lost theirs to play safety at Gainesville.
Yeah.
That was a smart move, whoever that kid parents is.
Yeah, he's gonna be he's walking in as a senior. Yeah, he's walking in as a senior this year.
Now, I got a question.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, who is behind this? I already know who talking on Friday Night Lights. We not you.
EP,
We saw it the first time.
EP, chill out with that, man.
Roll Tide, roll dead.
Real quick though. Goddamn. Those schools up there in that metro and Atlanta area, but they move around like musical chairs, ain't they? Ain't nobody saying nothing.
You know what? A part of it is because they mind their business. They just go find another stud. They don't really do that in South Georgia. They leave one, they finna tell on you.
Oh, goddamn.
Y'all took I played one over your school. We mad now. That's South Georgia right there.
Well, I ain't gonna say that about everybody, cause once this news break, y'all gonna see. It's heartbreaking. I feel the EP. It's heartbreaking, but it is what it is.
What's going on? Somebody flip?
We'll talk about it backstage. They've already put it out on Twitter, but we'll let the family and all of that get acclimated with everything before we speak on it. Hey, Tick, you spelled three. You spelled three wrong.
Obadiah says when TCC and Thomasville High drop back down to their right classifications in 2025, how do you think they will do?
Mop up. I mean, if Thomas County Central was playing in 4A last year, they will be state champions. I don't know how much of a thing that will be because a lot of 3A teams will be still playing in 2A. A lot of 5A teams will drop down to 4A when you got to merge at 7 and 6A. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people will stay and a lot of people will drop down. So if Thomasville do drop in 4A, they will have to contend with some 5A schools, which I've seen that happen before. I've seen Warner Robins and Thomas County being in that region together and things like that with coffee and whatnot. So I think they'll be okay still with what they're building down there. It's Thomasville that I'm more worried about. I think they are losing a lot of kids over to you all at the county. So I think, like I said, you'll see the rise of Thomas County and the demise of Thomasville in the next couple of years.
Okay, so we got a couple of questions. D asks, will Bainbridge drop to 3A? Depending on what your population is, I'm not sure.
Depending on how
Uh,
they move. Yeah, depending on how they move the numbers around.
yeah. Jay says, I love Troy. Graduated from there. Okay, Troy grad. I think they've got the best head coach they've had since Neil Brown. Actually, a better dude ain't going there. And South Georgia coaches do snitch, even though that's the name of the game. The game ain't even like it was 20 years ago. These parents and kids will move for that right opportunity. You are absolutely right. Nope, the what? Obadiah. Bainbridge dropping to 3A? Okay. Bainbridge was in 5A and won a state championship one year with the big boys. Y'all sure did. I think that was the year y'all started out 4-6 and y'all beat Warner Robins in overtime. Yeah, that was a rough year for Middle Georgia in championship that year. Yeah, he must think 3A sweet. It's not. Bainbridge will stay in 4A, according to Brian. I mean, I would have to look and see what the population is. I don't know if you're a bigger 4A school or a smaller 4A school. If you're a smaller one, you'll probably go down. But if you're not, you'll probably stay where you are. If they drop Northeast to A, it's a wrap. Yeah.
You're not going
Yeah.
to bring the 18. You get that out your head.
But they're not. I don't think y'all going to be in single A. It's only been one person that has left Thomasville High and has come to Thomas County Central so
Years.
far.
The last 2 years, Obadiah. It's been way more than one. I know of three just within the last 2 years, and they are key players. I remember one in the spring game last year. Damn near ran period line cornerbacks over like he was a little piece of paper. So I know you got a stud in him that came over from Thomasville.
Thomasville got 3A. Okay. So Twan, tell us about the guys that are going to fill in. Y'all got 3 starters returning on defense. So tell us about the other guys on defense. TCC starting running back is from Bainbridge. Okay.
Tell it, D. Tell it, D. Put that cat out that bag, D.
Tell it all. Tell it all. Tell it all.
Hey, EP, post that tweet in the chat, please.
Obadiah said playmakers. I live
What
here.
tweet?
You would think I know. The ones you're talking about started in the county.
What tweet you talking about? First.
The one you sent on the yo
I ain't finna do that.
in the chat in our private chat.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay, so well, Obadiah, I don't know much about it down there, but how is there a shift as far as politics or housing or anything? Are there any shifts down there? Are people becoming disgruntled with anything down there that you could see that would make them want to go to the county? Are they building a lot of housing outside of the city limits? Because that's kind of what happened between Valdosta and Lowndes, right? I mean, everybody moved out to the county and then Lowndes got stronger. So I'm just wondering.
Rah, y'all must have do it all, right, Twan?
Everybody drone came on.
Well, hello. What's up, Dro? What's going on?
Dro, you muted?
That Mexican fella that must have
Did he fall
Boost
asleep?
Mobile. He done fell asleep on us.
Jeremy, don't pay attention. Don't even pay attention to him. Get him out of here. You better hope you don't get out of here. Be quiet.
Yeah, Twan.
Said,
our sister to the show has gave us the update on Rah. We're familiar with him.
Twan says the defense is big and physical. We never worry about our defense. It's always next man up, but we're physical this year. Okay. And who does Thomasville play for your scrimmage? I'm just curious.
And they playing Valdosta loud, you know.
I hope not.
No, they are. So we were talking about it Monday.
All
They
that's
playing
fine,
one of
bro. All I'm telling you is they ain't got no business going over there bothering nobody neither. No, Twan, don't y'all do that, man. Y'all doing stuff y'all ain't got no
Like,
business.
if you live in the city, you play in the city. If you live in the county, you go to the county. They got me like that in 2008 when I was wrestling for TCC. They shipped my grass to the city. Oh wow.
Hey,
Okay.
what's up, people? Sorry about that. My connection not strong tonight, but I was just listening to this good conversation. Y'all doing a wonderful job, I might add.
Well, thank you so
Appreciate you, bro.
much. We appreciate you. You got anything you want to add about anything you've heard tonight?
It look like the hot topic right now is Thomas County Center in Thomasville. I mean, what's up with that? What's going on?
I don't know, but I know one thing, bro. They're going over there bothering folks.
Now, who bothering who now?
Somerville going over there to Valdosta, Georgia, bothering people.
Well, I mean, they did scrimmage each other last year.
Exactly. We did the same thing with Cokewood, and we ain't got no business going down there to Moultrie, Georgia. But I'm just saying, a lot of people like to stick their chest out and say, we'll play anybody anywhere. That's all well and good. But my
But I
thing
mean,
has always been, man, you can hurt kids, you can break kids' morale and everything, their spirits and all that. When you go down there playing a team that you know you outman and they're going to put up 40, 50 points on you, man, that had your kids head down for the rest of the year, man.
but wait a minute. If memory serve me correct, did Thomasville play them tough last year in that scrimmage game?
Bro, Antoine that.
them. Ain't no evidence of it.
I mean,
Antoine that.
They
unless
come to Thomasville this year though.
yeah, I mean, I could have swore they that Thomasville and
Oh, you saw what
Valdosta.
Antoine said, didn't you?
What he said?
Hell no.
They got blowed out.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
We
Okay.
got beat down.
You don't
We
do
Okay.
that to them
understand.
kids, especially in Thomasville. Now, I do know because our sister to the show who keep us informed about the Bulldogs. We know that your quarterback, who is going to be one of the top quarterbacks coming out in 2026, if I'm not mistaken on his classification, and his little brother should be playing a running back. You already talking about two babies right there on your offense. Ra, who's your man, who's going to be graduating after this year, what kind of leadership will he have to pick these kids' head up when you go over there bothering people that you ain't got no business bothering? You get your ass handed to you. I don't like that. I don't like it for
But
Peach
wait a minute.
County. I think that was our downfall last year. Coker came in our
Nah,
house and took everything but the kitchen sink.
I
We had no
disagree.
business inviting them.
I disagree. I disagree. I'll tell you why. I don't think that Colquitt scrimmage had any bearing on how the season turned out. As
Uh,
when how everything fell apart, that was internal stuff, bro. That ain't
we
had
know
nothing to do with
we
that
know that,
scrimmage
bro. But
game.
let me tell you this right here. As Peach County fans, you and I both know 6 to 10, 20 years ago, any Peach County team you had, I would have put them up on the field against anybody in the state, and we
True,
could have played with them. The
true.
team
And they
we have
wouldn't lay
had
down.
the teams we had these last couple of years, you don't do that. These kids psychologically is not built like we was coming up in the 90s and early 2000s. These kids all about getting on the internet. You get on the internet and you see that you don't got handed 50 points. Your whole mindset messed up right now. It's
Okay,
messed up, bro.
okay, I get that, but like, let me piggyback on the conversation that Mike and I had the other night.
Shut up.
That scrimmage game with Thomasville and Valdosta, I'm not gonna cast it off as let's say Appling scrimmage and Bacon kind of, that sound
Didn't
like a
move the
breakfast
needle
sandwich
to
if
it.
you ask me. But well, I think it's a measuring stick more so for Thomasville than maybe Valdosta, I guess, because Valdosta is viewed as a historic juggernaut, powerhouse, whatever they want to call themselves, right? You know what I'm saying? like I used the Beaufort Jones County game for example. I said, okay, that may be a step down for Beaufort, but a step up for Jones County. This may be a step up for Thomasville. What do you think about that?
I agree. It's definitely a step up. But read what Brian said in the comments. Could somebody get a highlight on Brian comment there, please?
It says playing a bigger school can inflict mental and physical distress. And did you all see what Antonio
Man,
said?
ain't nobody stunned Tick, man. We know what they did when they came down here, Tick. Long as they ain't grow up in Vineville, then they all right.
Okay, hey, what you know about Gano and Griffin Line, man?
Tick Fort Valley State, ain't he?
Fort Valley.
Tick Fort Valley State.
He went to Fort Valley State.
Oh, okay.
Somebody said Valdosta wasn't as good this year, so maybe Thomasville it won't have as big a bearing. We'll see.
Real quick, babe. Somebody asked me about. No, I saw a post where TCC will be playing Cook in their scrimmage game.
Yes, that was.
I said I was counted by 10.
You said what by 10?
Your brother too.
You breaking up, friend.
Get on you. And
I thought it was.
Well, if you don't get back, if you don't get back in the garage.
Yeah, clean up your connection right quick. Let me say this right quick. I see this comment. Brian Milkers, he say playing a bigger school. I done lost it now, but it's playing a bigger school.
It hurt your morale.
Can inflict mental and physical distress. That may be the case with certain teams. There are certain programs out there in lower classification that can hang with bigger classification teams. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's a case-by-case basis. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Cedar Grove playing Beaufort. Beaufort is considered to be the bigger school. But if Beaufort jumps down Cedar Grove chest, I'm talking about crack their chest open, right? Will that really destroy the old boy mentally? I don't think so.
Like I said, Joe, going back to our age and the last couple of generations coming through, maybe not. But these new breed of children, man, they chilling on something else, bro.
D has a question, and I will say you probably don't have anything to worry about, friend. He said, how good is Chris County? They come to Bainbridge for a scrimmage Friday.
Bainbridge ain't got nothing to worry about.
D, if you were planning on going to that game, just go and stay home, bro.
Unless
let me put it this way.
Oh, you doing it? Man, just donate $10 to the Booster Club.
Let me put it this way: if it's close, then I don't want to hear no trash talk from Bainbridge. I don't want to hear no trash talk from Bainbridge. I don't want to hear nothing about no bear claws, bear fur, bear meat. I don't want to hear nothing. If it's close, don't come up in here talking about it was just we didn't play our starters and we just trying to protect this and that. If it's close, I don't want to hear nothing about Bearcat forever, Bearcat t-shirts. I don't want to hear nothing of Cincinnati Bearcats. I don't want to hear nothing. It better not be close
at all.
I'll say this: if y'all do let Chris County come down there and it's a close game, you better go to GHSA and go ahead and request to be put down in 3A next year if you want to know if you're coming down to 3A. Because you got business playing in 4A if you let Chris County keep it close with you.
Well, you know what? I'm going to leave that alone. I ain't going to talk about last year.
Obadiah asked the question. So if Thomasville beats Valdosta High School, what are y'all's thoughts? I think Shelton's seat gets a little hot, fairly or unfairly. That's what I think.
Not in no preseason.
What I'm saying is if Thomasville beats Valdosta High School, I'm not talking about necessarily with the administration, but what I'm saying is people in town, they're gonna talk.
Well, again, I think y'all kind of taking it the wrong way on what I'm saying. I know that there are smaller schools because, again, Peach County was one of those schools I used to see as a smaller classification that will play any classification and have won, beat those teams. I have no problem with that. Lee County came into Peach County and they beat them by 21 or something. I know this can happen.
No,
So Thomasville,
actually, let's if we're gonna put it out there, I take pride in saying this. When Lee County came to Fort Valley, it was a game that mattered. It was not a scrimmage.
oh no, it was a regular season game.
Peach County absolutely decimated them boys.
Destroyed
and Lee
them.
County went on and made a deep playoff run that year.
State championship game.
Right. So go ahead.
Now, all I'm saying is, if Thomasville beat Valdosta, kudos. I love it. That means nothing. It's a preseason game. All I'm saying is the reward of that winning that preseason game against Valdosta doesn't outweigh the downfall of that getting blowed out by teams that's far superior than you are. Like I said, Peach County could have played with a Colquitt a couple of years ago. Peach County is going to go down there and compete this year. I have no doubt about it. But with the young kids these days, getting on social media, people talk like we talk, and they listen to this stuff. Man, you think Peach County kids ain't have to hear about this? Is the first time I ever seen Peach County get 50 points put on them. And I'm talking about since the early 80s. Them boys came in our place and hung 50 on us.
Oh, wait, let me stop you there, buddy. As I recall, now, unless I'm wrong on this, now maybe my math is a little shaky, but didn't North Hall beat Peach County pretty handily back in 2012, I think it was, in the playoff?
Yeah, that was a lopsided victory, but it was, 21 points? It wasn't no 50
it was more
points.
than that, man.
Check it out. Check it out. Check my receipt. It wasn't no 50 points. I was on those. It probably something like 35-7 or something.
Well, okay, go ahead. I'll check it out later, but
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I haven't seen a Peach County team get no 50 points hung on them.
Yeah, I haven't neither. It's been I can't recall the last time I had to do some research.
Americans back in the 80s.
It was. Can I say it?
Go ahead.
The score was 52-10.
God damn it, I'm wrong. And I don't like
North
that.
Hall won it this.
It was North Hall, 52-10.
Okay, well, there you go. But I think I see what you're saying, though. You know, okay, well, let me ask you, because I don't want to make this conversation about Peach County, because we actually talking about Thomasville and Valdosta and all that. But since you brought it up, so do you think they're going to go down to Colquitt and get matched up?
No. I tell everybody with what I've seen in the OTAs and what I know about Colquitt and the research that I've been doing on them, I can see this score, Colquitt in the 30s, like a 35-37, Peach being in the 20s, like a 24-28, something like that. It'll be a closer game than what it was last year.
Colquitt.
Hold on. In the first, you talking about in the first three quarters?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, guys, let's welcome Adam. Hi, Adam. Welcome to the show. We talked about Tiff County earlier, but let's double back. He says, I don't think you're going to get a lot of backlash. He's a Tiff County Blue Devil. He says they've had a few rough years, but hopefully they're building something and they'll be better with the 3-star quarterback.
Now, Adam, I'm going to be nice to you. So please don't be offended. Now, once upon a time, Tiff County had a reputation of being blue top, hard nose. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait till y'all get that identity back. You know, I don't know. It's hard to read y'all from my perspective. I can't speak for Yo and Mike, but it just I can't get a read on Tiff County. Because y'all seem to be like one of those middle of the road teams. You either hot or cold, which recently you've been more cold than you have hot. So I really don't know. What y'all think, fellas?
You coming on a little late. We already kind of spoke on Tiff, bro. I'm okay with your quarterback. I think he's a pretty good athlete. I think he'll make some things happen for you. I think you will fight with north side of Warner Robins for the 4th seed in that region. If you do make the playoffs, I can see you surprising some teams. I think y'all are going to go as that quarterback go. So good luck to you on this season. It's gonna either be playing in the regular season and getting the basketball gym ready, or getting that 4th seed and trying to make a little run in the playoff. It all depends on what the quarterback kid do. Who's
They've
the
got a hard
Alcorn State
schedule.
commit?
He did say that they do have a hard schedule. I agree. They got to play Lowndes, Colquitt, Northside, Lee, Thomasville, and Austin County.
They playing the
that's
toughest
tough.
region in 6A.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Yes.
Oh, did you
I
say
said
6A? You said
6A.
6A. Oh man, it really don't matter. Hey, Langston Hughes.
Thank you.
6A.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Gainesville says they are
about
tired of
6A
y'all
for-
disrespecting them.
Thank you. Like, why do
Gainesville
we
says
even
they
talk?
tired of y'all
Look,
disrespecting them.
on lockdown, Gainesville, I know you've been doing a lot of bona fide moves and changing of addresses and all, but I mean, to come second, the Langston Hughes, I mean, that's fine.
That's who they got to see, bro. That's who they got. Everybody got to see Langston Hughes. They don't want that. They don't want
They
that
don't want
smoke.
it.
I'm telling you.
Man,
They don't want it. That's too much for them.
August
They
the-
got that Ohio State committed quarterback. They don't want that.
They don't want
They
that,
got
man.
6A on lock, man. It's locked down.
Locked down. Locked down.
Let me see. Let me
That
look at
man must have
comments.
spent time in Griffin Line. He over here talking about Vine Circus.
Oh yeah, he been over there. Yeah, take me in plenty of places in Fort Valley.
All right.
Y'all know Tit used to work at the subway when it was he used to work at the subway when it was the
Where is it? Where the Metro PCS at?
Yeah, with the Metro PCS.
That was a long time ago, boy. That was a long time ago.
Well, I thought you were about to say he used to work at Subway before it was called Subway. It used to be called Blimpy.
No,
Adam, you get ahead of yourself now. You get ahead. I'm talking about way ahead of yourself.
I can't see it.
Someone said TCC would be in the championship game.
No,
What championship? What championship?
He must be
The
talking
region,
about on the PS5.
on the region championship.
They show
The region, region championship.
They the third best team in their region, man. So I don't see how they get into the championship.
We said earlier that
I guess he a
Hoko
diehard fan, man.
No, he's a tough guy.
Oh,
He's a tough
okay.
guy.
Okay.
We said her earlier. Hoko is win or bust this season. Like if they're gonna win it, it's gonna be this year.
Hey, Jess.
I mean, Hoko. If Hoko could have just held back 1 year, if this Hoko team that they got and some additions that they got coming in that will be announced shortly, if that team was the next year, you might have a chance. You should be the odd-out favor in 6A. But because there's a team over there in Fairburn, Georgia, on down South Fulton Parkway, they got a coach named Boone Williams and got a quarterback named Prentice Air Nolan. Like, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hey, Jess, please don't overlook this question. I know you see what Nia Harris asked us.
I was just about to say, start reading you read my mind. Welcome to the show, Neil. Glad you're listening. He wants to know, how do y'all think Worth County will do this year? Go ahead, gentlemen.
Worth County. I know this man that come up in here.
Hey, man, Worth County will compete in 2A, man.
Worth County, man. Worth County.
It's 2A, Dro. It's 2A.
2A.
It's
you mean they ain't 3A no more?
No, they 2A.
Double line.
They can compete.
You mean to tell me the Rams been in 2A for how long?
A long time.
About the last 4 years now, I think.
Because I know I haven't heard anything about Worth County in a minute. Now, wait a minute. Let me slow down. Did they make the playoffs last year?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what, they were like third? When they third in their region last year?
I think so. They did, but they did okay.
Okay, well let me slow down then, because I was about to go in.
They did better last year than they have done in a few years. They did better a lot better last year.
Because
than
the
they had been.
okay, cool. The Worth County I remember from back in the day was tough. You see what I'm saying? And I know they went through a period where did they fall off the map? Did they discontinue their football program? You
They
know,
don't have your Marion Butts and your
That's
Robert Toombs
Robert
walking through
Toomer.
the halls no more.
oh,
Man, I
that's
saw
what it
Robert
is.
Toomer in person, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
That man was a beast on that football field, bro. He really
Oh my
was.
goodness!
Yes, he was.
Are you going back? Are you going back to the late '80s?
No, this the
No,
early
early
This
90s.
in
'90s.
the
So
90s,
shut
bro.
up. Okay,
In the
Oh,
90s.
so
okay.
let me go back and read these comments, y'all. Y'all, let me do my job. Okay, so we asked about Worth County. I think they'll be pretty good. And Tonzell said Worth couldn't stop the run when they came to Macon last year. We didn't have Worth County in our top 10 in our preseason, but who knows?
Man, they weren't even in the conversation.
Yeah. And we're going to ignore Jeremy. So Obadiah asked, Hoko and Leah are going to beat Thomas County Central this year.
Yeah. In the famous word of Stone Cold Steve Austin, can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, so let me go. Adam asks, do y'all talk about single A teams? My dad was a
Yes,
quarterback at Wilcox back in the 80s. That's our second team. Go Patriots.
yes,
Yeah, we
we
talk
talked
about
about
single
them.
A teams.
Hey, shout out Will Cox, man. Got one of the best athletes in Georgia, baseball and football player. Kid is excellent, man. Playing quarterback for Will Cox, an all-around athlete, and he's a baseball player. He's to the point where a lot of schools trying to recruit him away from Will Cox. So shout out Will Cox County, man. Rochelle, Georgia.
Yeah.
All
Neil
right.
says Worth County has one of the best wide receivers in the state. D. Fulton.
Okay.
We'll be on the lookout for him.
Definitely.
Yeah, Worth County finished 7-3 last year.
Okay.
So we'll see. I don't know how young you guys were, but make some noise. Worth got mollywopped when they came to East Macon for the playoffs, and Cook County did the year before. He said that Neil says they got small, but they're getting better. Antoine, who is BJ Gibson? Let us know who BJ Gibson is. D says no one picked TCC to beat Lee, Hoko Northside last year, and they did. And they have a good coach. Okay.
Hey, Jess.
Yes.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but ask Adam, is he being sarcastic? Ask him is he being sarcastic before we proceed. Look at what he asked us. Is he being sarcastic or what? I don't know. I can't read the tone of his
Okay.
comment.
No, I don't think he's being sarcastic. Adam says, let me ask the gurus, what do y'all think about Tifton at Coffee? I heard that Fred Brown, the running back they have, is a beast. I think Tifton is going to lose. But
Yeah,
that's
coffee
just me.
pressure. Coffee. Now, if Tiff kind of beats Coffee, that's a marquee win for them this year if they beat them. Coffee is one of those teams that they're dangerous. You can't overlook them. When they get in the playoffs, they wreak havoc. You know what they call it in the brackets. You see what I'm saying? Coffee just one of those type of teams.
Did they? Yeah. I'm
Coffee,
wondering when they're going to.
coffee can bust the bracket up if they wanted to.
Exactly.
But as of right now, we got coffee as the fifth best team in 5A.
Yeah.
If that answers your question.
So I'm not ignoring Obadiah and Antoine, but they're basically having a conversation talking about the Thomas County Central quarterback and how y'all are sleeping on them, and y'all are just gonna have to see for yourself what a great quarterback they have. So I just wanted to point that out. And D says Coffee can't throw the ball, and if you stop the run, they can lose. And Tick says Tiff County goes as far as the musical chair quarterback takes them. And Obadiah says if Tifton beats Lee or Hoko, that's what we need to talk about. Yeah, that will be the topic of discussion.
For sure.
For sure. You talk about bet not lose. Ooh. It'll be ugly. So we will see. I think I'm excited. BJ Gibson is the athlete, the quarterback at Wilcox that Yo was talking about. Where do we have Thomasville in 3A?
As a top 14.
A top 14.
Yeah, I don't know if we had them at 3 or 2, but that's where we put them at in our ranking.
I think it was 2.
But yeah, that's where we put them at in our ranking, though.
So can we? I know we got the scrimmages coming up, but can we fast forward a little bit?
Okay.
Because we haven't really talked about it. I want your opinions on the huge, humongous matchup that's coming up on August the 28th. I mean, major. And it's going to be on ESPN. You have Langston Hughes traveling to Carrollton.
No, that's the 18th.
Oh, the 18th. Excuse me, the 18th.
Yeah, first game of the season, kicking off with the Geico kickoff classic.
That's right. So what do y'all think about that game?
Langston Hughes.
It's going to be Carrollton with Juju.
Yeah, that game, that's the marquee game probably of the regular season and all classification right now.
Well, for games within the state of Georgia, it's a way to get the season started off. But I think Langston Hughes is going to, I think Langston Hughes is going to pull it out on the road.
Yeah,
okay.
That's a tough place to get a win. It's hard to win in
that. Nah, I'm not saying it's gonna be a blowout. I do agree with Antonio. It's gonna be a close game, but I'm looking at Hughes, and the only reason I'm picking Hughes is from the experience level.
Carrollton just played in the state championship last year now.
Okay, and Nolan has played in how many?
Oh, yeah, several. He's only one. How many has he won now?
1. He's played in what, if I'm not mistaken, 2. 1.
Okay.
Because they should have won the first one, but they couldn't. No kicker. No kicker. They didn't have a kicker. They didn't have a kicker 2 years ago.
Yeah, Buford. They have rabbit's foot. I don't know. I think they practice witchcraft. That's another story. Zachary, welcome to the show.
5250. That's what it's called.
Don't be. It apply. Hey, that only applies to the Cab County.
Okay. So Zachary, welcome to the show. Tell us who you're representing. I'm assuming you represent somebody in 4A. Who do we have winning 4A? I think
Benedictine.
Yeah,
Benedictine.
That's
now,
consensus.
I will say this. Bainbridge should have the easiest route on the right side of the bracket to face whoever come out of the left. If everything shape up, Perry has to play Benedictine in the quarters. If they get by, I like Perry to win it. I don't think Perry will beat Benedictine. So, Benedictine.
I tell you what, it'll bring me such delight to cause misery to Perry fans again. That might be the night I'll pull for Benedictine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, to see Perry fans suffer, get their hopes up, only to fall again. Because I'm still mad about how Baldwin got screwed on that field goal. I'm still mad about that.
Goodness.
That was atrocious. You want to talk about
they cheated.
Well, how about field goal that was gifted to Baldwin? You understand? I mean, to Perry. the field
Yeah.
goal that you know. But anyway, my point is this: if Benedictine faces Perry in the playoffs and they put them out, oh man, that's gonna make my day. I'm gonna love that.
Zachary is a
Well, you
Burke
gonna love it
County.
then. Well, you gonna love it then.
Zachary is a Burke County. Tell us about Burke County. What do they have? What do you know about them, Zachary?
Great
Let us
coach.
know.
Y'all got a great coach that came back home, man. Burke, I think they finished 3 last year, losing to Wayne and Benedictine. I think you can probably get second seed this year.
Okay. Obadiah says Benedictine versus the Cats for the championship.
That's it.
Yeah. Tick says Perry is not beating Benedictine.
I can agree, Dick. I can agree.
So, you weren't on, so let me ask you real quick. I'm gonna go back really quick and ask you what your prediction is with the Langston Hughes Carrollton game.
Oh, I can't even predict that. I think Langston Hughes win. I think Carrollton has a real good team and a stud at quarterback, but Langston Hughes is just like above everybody else. If it comes down to kicking game, we know that Boone hadn't corrected that up there yet. But I think Langston Hughes win the game, but I can't even predict the score. That score might be an all-time record. You might have 70 points both teams put on the board.
I was just saying they might beat the state playoff championship record from last year.
Yeah, they might beat that.
And that was bananas to me. That was absolutely bananas. So, okay, well, let's see. Obadiah, he asked a question. I'm going back up, and I know we're going. This is kind of free for all today, guys. So we're going back and forth. I'm trying to keep us, So Obadiah asked the question: do you see the region as number 1 Lee, number 2 Hoco, and number 3 Thomas County Central? Is that what you're saying?
Me personally, toss up between Lee and Hoco. I call Lee to beat Hoco this year. Lee, Hoco, Thomas County Central, Northside, and or either or. I mean, with Tiff, I think Tiff can probably edge them out to get that 4 seed.
Let's see. What do y'all think about 7A and 6A merging next year? I think everybody's merging. I don't know that they're just gonna put everybody in 7A to 6A. I think it's gonna be an even distribution. Am I right or wrong?
Right. First, I think we have spoke with people in the GHSA, and they said they would take the top class of 6A, get the school at a cutoff point, take the bottom class at single A, get the school cutoff points, and then they'll try to fit everything in between there with 2, 3, 4, and 5. So a lot of teams from 6 will be coming down. A lot of teams from 5 will be coming down, and so forth, so on. So just because you played in 4, 5, 6A, 3A, whatever last year, it's a great chance that you might be coming down. And it'll be a lot of sub-regions, I believe. You got to think.
When you lose the 7A classification, you're talking about 49 schools or so in 7A.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to throw them in the midst of 6A rankings right now. You can kind of look at that when they get evenly.
You're looking at sub-regions once again.
Yeah, that's gonna mess up a lot of people.
So y'all 14 regions. Y'all 14 regions that be getting into playoffs. Y'all can get that's over with.
Yep.
That's over with.
I mean, heck, we missed the playoffs 30 years ago, and we were 9-1.
9-1.
You're gonna see a lot of that.
That was a different scenario when that was due to a vote, wasn't it?
Well, it was a tiebreaker situation that came upon because of losing the
we lost
one
to
game.
Baker.
Yeah.
We lost to Baker. Baker lost to Carver, and we beat Carver. So Carver and Baker went on our side of the sub-region. But then you had teams on the other side of the sub-region that we had beat that win.
All right,
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
So that's gonna it's gonna be a lot of hurt folks. Once
Yeah,
that
see,
goes
that's the
back in.
sad part because it's gonna be a lot of teams that that really deserve to be in the tournament, the postseason tournament, won't make it. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that that's a crushing blow. If they return to that format next year.
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly. Zachary, he did answer our question about Burke County. He said that Burke County lost a lot of skilled players, but he knows that they will be physical and be able to compete with Wayne for that second seed. So Wayne County, they're in 4A, right? Are they in the region with Perry, or am I getting that wrong?
No, you're right there in 4A. I know they're in 4A.
Put them out the playoff. I know that much. They didn't. I don't know if they're in the same region, but yeah, like Thirsty said, they are in 4A though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wayne put Perry out last year, and so y'all are in the same region with Wayne. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Well, best of luck to you guys.
Nah, Wayne County in the region with Benedictine.
Mm-hmm.
Burke, Benedictine, Island, New Hampstead, Southeast Bullock. They're in that region.
Yeah, that's why I said Burke and Wayne being in the same region made sense.
Yeah,
to me
Wayne in that region also.
Yeah. Okay.
Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, people. Before we get ready to close out, before we finish the conversation we got going on, we did our first annual back to school thing last year, and we was able to bless 5 families with 5 gift cards. So school have started, but we still want to at least do it. And if any of y'all are interested in being a blessing to some parents with kids that's less fortunate, not able to get the school supplies that they have, if you want to be a blessing, read what's going on the bottom of the screen. It's the second annual back to school drive from FNN. And if you're interested and want to be a blessing to a student with getting back to school, we'll be much appreciated and obliged. And the cash app is $Fnl Podcast Show. So if you're interested in being a blessing to a child that's less fortunate with getting school supplies, we'll be appreciated if y'all are willing to donate to the cause. And last year, everybody that donated, we donated $25. So I just wanted to put it out there to you guys. School have started, but it's still some less fortunate kids out there that need school supplies. So if y'all want to be a blessing, we'll be more than happy and blessed if y'all if y'all are willing to donate to the cause.
And no amount is too big or too small. We appreciate it all, and it will go to who we say it will go to, and we appreciate you.
And also, if y'all know anybody that needs help, that needs some school supplies that y'all can vouch for, have them to email us at sportstalkfridaynightllights@gmail.com with the S at the end of sports and at the end of lights. If you're at the end of that, and we will go through it and we'll pick out of everybody that sent an email that they need help, we'll pick out the people that we'll let y'all help us decide on who should get it or whatever the case may be. So
Obadiah asked what the donation information is. You can cash app at $Fnl Podcast Show. Again, that's $Fnl Podcast Show.
Exactly. It's the information is right there on the crawl that's going across the bottom of the screen. And if like Jess said, no amount is too little or too big. So whatever your heart moves.
Yeah. how you say his name? Atunzio. How you say his name?
Antonzio. Just call him Tick.
Tick. Okay.
I ain't gonna tell his other name, but yeah, go call him Tick.
You don't have, since you don't have Cash App, we can do PayPal or Zelle. It's if you have PayPal or Zelle, we can do it that way. So.
And he will be sure to give you the information. Thank you for listening to us, Adam. Let's go Big Blue. You have a good night as well, and make sure that you come back and listen to us. We're here.
Spread the word, Adam. Okay? Tell everybody down there in Tifton about us. Get them listening to us so we can keep you all updated on the Tift County Blue Devils.
Yeah. Tifton and Tata. Tell them down in Tata too.
With all them fruit trees.
Here, Bear Van, we also can do Apple Pay as well.
We'll update the information with all the different forms of how you can pay.
Yeah.
Okay. And we certainly appreciate you guys for listening.
I got you, Bear.
So Jeremy has a question for you specifically, Dro. Is he on? Dro is gone, Jeremy. So we'll ask him another time. So let's see. All right, what's happening, LaQuinton? You checking in late, but we certainly appreciate you checking in.
He good. We got 14 minutes left. He good. Checking in.
Okay, so guys, in about 14 minutes, we're gonna wrap it up. So, do you have anything else you all would like to discuss tonight?
Yeah, I got a question.
Yeah, I want to discuss. Okay, go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a question.
Oh, okay.
Right. Just a quick question. What's up with the Big Ten adding 2 ACC schools?
Yep, that's exactly what I was. Money. It come down to money. Bottom line.
Yeah, ACC is about to go the way of the Big East. It seemed like to me.
So basically, what it is, the ACC led all college conferences in money distribution. Big Ten was in second. ACC came in third, and it's been like that for the past several years. And those two schools, they want bigger distributions from the conferences. So therefore, they not coming to the SEC. We know that for a fact. So they're going. Yeah. So they going somewhere where they feel they can compete and win, i.e., Big Ten.
I don't think there's any room for them in the SEC anyway. I mean, it would be the most location wise, it would be the most logical fit. But at this point, there's no room for anybody else. The SEC doesn't need to let anybody else in. But here's the thing: FSU and Clemson are not as strong as they used to be, but they're on the come up. It's not like Wake Forest and North Carolina State going to the Big Ten.
I think that's wishful thinking. Talking about the come up.
Well, we not asking that. I don't give a damn what you ask. I don't give a damn what you see. I'm just telling you. It's not like Wake Forest or North Carolina State going to the Big Ten.
Wake Forest can compete with Florida State and Clemson.
Shut up. What I'm saying is,
you know
what I'm saying. Stop being difficult.
Do
you think? Shut up. Do you think that they can make an impact in the Big Ten? I know y'all don't like them.
Nope. Maryland already tried and failed.
You comparing Maryland to Clemson?
I'm just saying in general, Maryland came from the ACC, jumped over to the Big Ten, and made no impact.
Are you comparing Clemson to Maryland as far as football? I mean, let's be honest.
I can compare Maryland and FSU right now.
As well as Clemson.
Yeah, Clemson ain't really doing that because their quarterback play is jacked up right now.
Okay, yeah, I can't talk to y'all.
What? We
Cause
being real.
y'all
Clemson
know y'all
quarterback players jacked up.
y'all full of shit. We not talking about y'all. So
My mama
Dre,
always
when y'all
told me the
back?
truth hurt people.
No, baby. Y'all just full of shit. So does Bias. Clemson is drinking cyanide with this one. So Dro, you're in the comments, but Jeremy had a question for you. He wanted, and I really wish you were on, but his question was, how do you think Ware will the Ware County versus Appleton County game will go?
Don't do it. It's a trap. He's baiting you. He's baiting you.
I really want to know. I really
He
want to
said,
know
"Here
your
he come.
answer.
Come on back on here, Joe."
Here I come. I gotta hear this.
He's baiting you, Joe. Don't do it.
I
That's
love
all
it.
I'm
I
gonna say.
love it. The ACC is definitely weak. It's definitely weak.
But if we be honest, let's be real. The Big Ten is not. I mean, let's be honest. You got Michigan and Ohio State right now, and then there's a huge drop off in the Big Ten also.
I mean,
I don't
Penn
see
State, maybe.
Penn State will probably be that this year. They got a stud at a quarterback. I think y'all heard me speaking of that last year. Penn State will probably win the Big Ten this year. And I said that, check my receipts. But those schools are the top of the
I don't know if
top
everybody
upper
can hear me or
echelon
not.
schools.
Testing 1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
we got you, Joe. We got you.
Okay. So are you ready to answer the question, Joe?
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm gonna try to say this before my connection jump out again, but Ware County is gonna make off with the Pirates' booty. That's the best way I can explain that.
Oh, what you say? Oh, what you say? They're gonna take the cannon. They're gonna take the cannon.
They're gonna take the cannon. They're gonna take their pride and dignity and everything. If they don't, I will be very surprised.
You're gonna be surprised.
Why is Ware County even playing them? That makes me look at Ware County with the side eye. Why are you even playing Appleton County? That's not fair.
Well, when we scheduled the game, they was 3A.
Well, they ain't 3A now. They barely hanging on to 2A. I mean,
Well, we can't get out the contract. No, I'm playing Appleton County. Or shall I say, I'm playing where? Well, we can't get out the contract with them, so we stuck with the 2-game series. The game last year don't count, so we got to play them this one game this year, unless a hurricane hit and bail them out again.
Well, let me tell you this. Just like when I told Appleton County that just because they have Brantley County on their schedule, I lost respect for them. I lost respect for you because you have Appleton County on your schedule.
But like I said, when we scheduled them, they was in 3A. We didn't expect them to drop down to 2A.
Listen.
Excuse me, Appleton County. Excuse me, Joe. That's a damn lie. Because when the schedule was made, reclassification was already done. So you could tell that lie to somebody else.
No, the contract was already in. The contract was already in.
You mean to tell me y'all knew they was in 2A and y'all scheduled them anyway?
No. That's not what I'm saying is when we did up the contract for the home and home series, they were sitting in 3A. Appleton County was sitting in 3A, so we thought we were going to play a 3A school before the reclassification hit 2 years ago.
Wait a minute now, Ware County, you ain't making a contract. Go ahead, Jay.
Listen, I'm listen. This is now my job. I work with contracts. It ain't a contract until it's signed. So did you sign it before or after the reclassification?
We
signed the contract before the reclassification went down in 2022.
So now here's my thing. GHSA ain't gonna release schedules until that reclassification was already done. Because you got to see where the region's going to go to know what kind of non-region games you're going to have. So why would you be trying to make a schedule, a contract, when you ain't even know how many non-region games you were going to have?
Cause we thought we was already in
Exactly.
3A. We thought we was in 3A already. Or
Yeah, I
something. We thought
Bottom
they
Jadon,
was gonna
line,
stay in 3A.
bottom
Oh,
line,
what?
Ware County,
Will
you
County
full of
fan, get
cap.
in the comments. I'm trying to help you out, Will County.
You full of
Listen,
cap, man.
Jadon said Appling and Ware County Middle School play all the time.
No,
So
Oh,
he
we
did.
going to middle school.
No,
We play Lee County
no,
Middle
he
School.
did.
We play Lee
No.
County Middle School.
welcome to the
This
show,
man,
Jadon.
this
Thank you for
man came up in
coming
here talking about the middle schools playing each other. Are you serious, man? This man really used that argument. The middle schools play each other. What?
Hey, hold on. You know what? I'm. You know, I can't even help you out by saying Urban County. I can't even help you out with that because it's still gonna be on happening.
I mean,
Um,
go ahead, Jess.
no, nothing I was gonna say. I mean, you weren't here, Joe, earlier, but Jeremy was in here talking about their scrimmage against Bacon County earlier today.
Against who?
Bacon.
Lord help me.
Port Belly County.
Man. Bacon County, bacon, egg, and cheese against Apple. That's a breakfast bowl. Man, come on. Where they playing at? The Waffle House?
What'd you say? What'd you say? Applesauce and bacon.
Yeah, applesauce and bacon. Where they playing at, in the back of a Waffle House or something? No. Matter of fact, they don't have Waffle House down there. They got Huddle House. You know what I'm saying? Man, come on, bro. Get out of here with that. Talking about some Appling County versus Bacon County. Man,
Well,
get out of here with
I got one for you, Joe.
Yeah.
Who win Appling and Pierce this year in Blackshear?
Okay, in Blackshear now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm all jokes aside. I don't know how strong Pierce County is this year. I really don't. I think Appling County can win that game on the road. I really do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care. I don't care.
I was trying to see if you need to move a little bit with that question.
No, it didn't. It fell off at the end. I thought about it and I just said, I don't care. I don't care.
It don't move the needle for you.
These just jokes, people. These just jokes. I mean, he ain't lying. He ain't joking, but they jokes. He mean it, but they jokes.
Give me another one. Throw out another one. Give me another one.
What other game we talked
about? Give you this one. Go ahead, Mike.
No, I'm just gonna add what other game we talked about tonight because I think he already answered the Hughes and Carrington question.
He did.
Okay.
We talked about let's see. We talked about Tiff. We talked about Lee. We talked about Hoko. We talked about Brooks County a little bit. He was there for Thomasville and Valdosta. Lee County and Colquitt.
Now that's a marquee game. Now we're talking. Where's that game in Leesburg or where? Highland Park. Where they playing it?
I think it's in Leesburg.
It's in Leesburg, I think.
Well, they known to do a little kind of get a little home cooking over there.
But a little referee engineering.
Exactly. They do a lot of home cooking over there. I think that's gonna be a close game. I think Lee will pull it out.
Man, I'm sorry, Joe. I ain't even listening to what you said. I'm looking at the screen right now. That's hilarious.
What's up? What's on the screen?
Barry said you still can't be saucy about that Pierce versus Peach game because that's the only way.
Oh, that's what that is.
No,
he don't make me do it.
He laughing at what's on the screen. He laughing at what Jeremy posted on the screen.
What is that?
He went back and
I ain't
posted
worried
it.
about with Jeremy. Peach kind of
He really has no. I mean, all the stuff we talked about tonight, you listening, and the fact that you took the time to go Google it, not only Google it, but get some friends. That's all I'm gonna say, because you can't have none.
Jess,
You can't
Jess,
have none.
Jess, let me holler at Barry Van right quick. Now, I'm still kind of hurt about that because the way they lost that game, I felt like it was some pettiness going on. But then I could be wrong
You
because
weren't.
if I remember correctly, when they put in Flick, I think in the second half, and Peach kind of went on that run, he had y'all nervous over there. You know what I'm saying? And they could have easily won that game in the second half. But for some reason, it didn't work out. And Pierce kind of hung on. Kudos to y'all. But I want to ask you this question, Barry. When y'all gonna win another state championship? Because I defended y'all with everything I had. Thursday kept saying, I'm telling you, it's a fluke. It's a fluke. But I kept saying, no, they got a state title.
Ooh,
It's legit. Are
Millie
y'all
Vanilli on
one
that
hit?
ass.
Are y'all one hit wonders? I mean, can you
They,
explain that to me? Since you want to bring up Peach and Pierce, can you explain to me where has Pierce gone since they won that state title? Explain it to me.
well, they over there doing the Millie Vanilli dance right now. COVID. COVID.
Girl, you know it's
Are
true.
you true?
Ooh, ooh,
Oh,
ooh, I
oh.
love you.
They over there hitting that Millie Vanilli.
Give me
I
another.
told you, man. They one hit wonders. One hit wonder.
Barry, I beg to differ with that. He said they'll win one before Peach wins another.
I doubt.
Nah,
I
no
doubt it, bro.
friend,
Ooh,
no
boy, them some
friend.
shots fired right there.
It's
Enjoy,
something. It's
enjoy
something
that one, Pooh.
cooking. It's something cooking in the valley, but we ain't gonna talk too much about it. We just gonna let it
No,
play out on the
we're
field.
gonna let it play out, but
The
no,
next,
Barry.
the next 5 years finna be special. I'm telling you, finna be
Uh,
special.
no, baby. We gonna, cause some. I mean, luck plays into it, and let's be clear. Chris County wet the bed. They wet the bed. They got a little lucky, but that it takes that sometimes. So I'm not hating on you, but that other part, no friend, no friend. Oh, I didn't tell you welcome, Danny, but welcome to the show. Um, anything else y'all want to talk about?
Nah, man, it's about that time.
Okay, so Jeremy, get some friends and get a hobby and find something else to eat other than peaches, cause we sick of your turtle ass for real. So with that being said, we want to thank each and
She called him
every
a tuller.
person. What'd you say?
She called him a tuller.
He is. He is. So we just want to thank each and every person that can participate tonight. Thank you so much. You all really, really make these podcasts worth doing. I want to thank all my panel members for providing excellent analysis. You guys rock. I want to thank our EP for putting everything together and making sure everything runs smooth behind the scenes. Again, want to tell everybody to send donations to $ Fnl Podcast Show for our back to school drive. We will update the page in the group with the additional payment information so that you can donate accordingly. No amount is too big or too small. We thank you for all of it. We're excited because in less than 48 hours, scrimmages will be starting, and I can smell it in the air. The Sport of Kings better than Diamond Rings football. With that being said, do any of my panel members have anything else to say?
Yeah, I have one more thing to say.
Okay.
Every time they play each other, it's an ugly game. Don't ever ask me about that game again. The only way I would address that game is if during the course of the season, as we observe their wins and losses and their performance on the field and everything like that. Don't ask me about that game again. I'm offended. Now I can't
Man,
go.
get out the feeling.
I'm
Get out the
offended,
feelings,
man.
Joe.
I'm offended. Don't ever ask me about Pearson and Appling again, because do y'all remember how ugly that game has been the past 2-3 years?
Man, we try to close out. We ain't going there. We try to close out for the night.
I'm just
We ain't
saying,
going there.
man. That's. I don't ask me about that game again, but I enjoyed it though, man. I enjoyed it.
Hey,
So,
y'all,
with
man,
that
y'all
being
come back
said,
Monday.
we
Y'all
appreciate you
gonna hear
guys.
about them Trojans in that Coker County walk and them halls.
Yes, we appreciate you guys, and make sure that you tune in for our next podcast. We will see you then. We love you, and
Monday.
we thank you.
All right,
Friday.
man. Come on, bear down.
Friday after the game. Friday. Be here.
Oh, okay. So we doing 3 this week.
Yeah,
Okay.
Be here, be square.
All right, well, come on Friday. Say it with your chest, then. Just remember, it's practice.
Yeah, I hear
Jeremy,
you, man.
shut up. Just shut up. I
Good
mean,
night, everybody.
You got a heart on. Like, do you want somebody? You want to shoot your shot?
I think we want to go to the troll treatment. That's what I'm feeling.
No, I mean, I think he wants to be a Trojan, or he want to go with Westbrook or something. I'm trying to figure it out. But anyway, guys, y'all have to the rest of you, other than Jeremy, y'all have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Peace up, A-Town down.
Damn turtle.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in. This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment, in Middle Georgia sales and services. Coke don't worry about Pepsi.
I had to go see a man about a mule.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose. Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
Better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose.
Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a label.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt.
Better say it with your chest.
Let's get it.
And you better